Right, but I want to talk about what Amorim must change at Manchester United. I'm going to run through probably 3 quick things that he should change and ultimately give you my opinion on that game. Listen, Manchester United lost 2-0. And based on that game, there are some things to me, essentially, that have to change. I mean, Casemiro and Ugarte for number 1, they can't start together ever again. Casemiro and Eriksen, there's just no legs, no quality, nothing in that midfield that they offer. We need a dynamic midfield. You're playing tube in there. You need players with legs who are going to run around. And it does make you really understand how important Ugarte is to this team. He is absolutely important and he is the glue. I think we did massively miss him yesterday. That midfield is absolutely essential. And having Casemiro and Eriksen in there was just... it was a disgrace. And I know they were the only players, but I'd rather would have seen Collier. Don't know why Manu didn't start. I mean, that decision backfired because he did bring him on literally half an hour into the game. I think another thing he needs to change, stop playing full-backs as wing-backs. That ain't going to work. We've seen it. We were setting up literally as a back 5. That's not the system. It's a 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1. That isn't the way forward. These wing-backs are supposed to be wingers. Technical quality, depth, width, and quality going forward into the box. They're supposed to be able to attack. I mean, Delo and Mazraoui just can't do it. Listen, Delo's Mazraoui probably had his worst game yesterday, but probably he is a decent footballer. We've seen it. But not a wing-back. Delo, same. You just can't do it as a wing-back. I want to see Ahmad out there. We need to sign the left wing-back. I mean, the window opens in literally about 12 hours. Or even less than that. We need to get players in, and especially a wing-back. Whether that's Kirkes, Nuri, Alphonso Davies, just go and get anyone. Nuno Mendes, bring back Alvaro Fernandez. Please just bring someone in. We can't afford to kind of go anymore with these sorts of players, because it just simply isn't going to work. These players are a disgrace, and the wing backs are just not good enough. And I think that's where Amorim is suffering. I'm sure everyone saw the start in the 9 games we scored against Amorim. Our goals, or the 9 goals we scored with Amorim, has come when a wing back is playing out there. It certainly is very interesting. And yeah, the wing backs are not working at this current minute. You want to look at getting them changed, whether that's putting Ahmad, even try Anthony at left wing back. Do something to really change what's going on in that wing back situation, because they are massively struggling. As I said, Delo and Mazraoui can work in the system. I'm not too sure about Delo, whether he improve if you put him into right wing back. Probably not. I mean, Amorim did play with Quenda out there, who's a winger. And ultimately that did massively help, and I don't think Amorim has the players to suit the system. Now the third thing, he must change the attack. Yes, he missed Bruno, but would he made much of a difference? We need clinical players who can hold up the ball. I think whether Højlund, he had a few chances yesterday. He wasn't good enough and didn't really provide that cutting edge. Ultimately, he was very sloppy. Couldn't hold up the ball. I don't know what do we actually do up front? Do we go out and sign a striker in January? We don't have the money to do that. But what do we actually do? Because we can't continue with Højlund up front. But if we're going to have to, because we don't have anyone else really who can provide anything remotely good up front at the minute, whether that's Sturks, getting subbed after half an hour, Rashford, he's been frozen out. The attack is really struggling, and we're not creating chances, we're not getting up the pitch. We had probably 2 or 3 good chances in that whole game. That isn't good enough for a Manchester United team that should be fighting for those top spots. We simply aren't cutting it, and we're not doing good enough right now. But listen, let me know your thoughts. Leave a like. This has been me kind of reacting to the game against Newcastle, giving you some more topic, in-depth stuff. See what happens. And peace.